Hi, my name's Nicky Schrire, and this is my new album, Space and Time. My first album, Freedom Flight, featured quartet with guests, saxophonist, clarinetist, and other vocalists. So it was quite a large production, and I came away from it having had a great time, but really wanting to scale down and do something that was more intimate. And I've always loved playing in a duet setting, and I started writing a lot of music specifically for piano and voice. There are so many amazing musicians in New York that when it came to choosing a pianist to record this album with, I didn't want to work with just one, I wanted to work with three. So I was very lucky that Fabian, Gerald, and Gil were willing to play on the album, and they all brought such different traits to the project. So it made it really, really fun and quite an adventure. The album was produced by Pierson, and I was lucky enough to work with him on a different project for a year prior to recording this album. And it was great because I got to see him in action, and what's special about Matt is that he has a vast musical knowledge, which gives him great insight into what the musicians are going through. He's incredibly patient, incredibly experienced, and he really knows how to talk to the musicians and the engineers and everybody involved in order to get the best out of them musically and artistically. What's great about Fabian is that he has a really great sense of rhythm, and there's a percussive undercurrent to everything that he does, which marries beautifully with his ability to be incredibly melodic and to come up with these mellifluous lines. And I think the combination of those two things is really exciting. It was great to hear him bring that to my music and to arrangements that we played. I hadn't played with Gerald, but I'd met him and I knew of his work with Gretchen Parlato, and I was really excited to play with him. And his musicianship is tremendous, and there were times where we'd be playing something that was very rubato, and I just felt like Gerald was in my head, reading my every thought, and knew exactly how I wanted something played, even though I was open to him putting his own stamp on it. So he managed to tread that line of delivering something that worked and helped the music make sense, but at the same time, his playing, the sound is very Gerald, and people can identify that, which is really cool. I met Gil when I was coordinating a different project that he was recording on, and when he wasn't playing, we would hang out and talk and laugh, and he'd tell me stories about Paul Simon and Bobby McFerrin, and we got along really well. When I decided to record this album, I wanted the opportunity to play with him, and I'm so thrilled that he agreed to be part of it. His sophistication and his ability to be such a sensitive, beautiful accompanist is really astounding, and it was a privilege to work with him. Recording this album was such a special and wonderful experience, and I loved getting to work with Fabian and Gerald and Gil. Having Matt guide the whole process was just the cherry on the top. It also made me reflect on how lucky I've been to have the mentors and peers that I have who've taught me so much and continue to teach me about the value of space and time.